We're hours away from a former Des Moines, Iowa school superintendent being sentenced, and he could be facing prison time. Ian Roberts pleaded guilty to federal fraud, immigration, and firearms charges after saying he was a citizen on employment paperwork and having multiple firearms as somebody living in the country illegally. He could be sentenced to up to 15 years in prison for the firearms and 5 years for the false statements charge. His lawyers argue that he should get probation because his imminent deportation is harsh enough, and prosecutors are recommending 37 months. For more, I'm now joined by Stephen Vinnick, senior criminal defense attorney with Stein Sperling. Stephen, good morning to you. Welcome back to the show. I mean, what a shocking case that has just bookended this entire school year for this district. How harsh do you expect his sentencing to be today?
I don't think he's going to get probation. I can tell you that. His lawyers can argue for that, but I don't think he's going to get probation. I think he's going to get somewhere in the range of what the prosecutors are asking for. This is an interesting case because he's got an extensive criminal history, and he's been superintendent of other schools in other states in our country, and just basically slipped right through the system. And the problem is that because of the gun charges, the judge is definitely going to want to make an example about the fact that as an educator or as a superintendent, he should not be illegally holding a gun. And as soon as he's finished with the sentence, he will be deported.
Well, I mean, he's held a 2-decade career in urban education, and prosecutors allege that he came forward, he submitted a counterfeit Social Security card when he was hired on as the superintendent of the Des Moines Public School District. How in the world is it possible that this was not flagged earlier?
I can't answer that question. Interestingly, and I was reading this, he also lied about something on his resume. He said that he had gotten a PhD, I think, from Morgan State University in Maryland, and that was not true. And the school board still hired him as their superintendent, even though they discovered that. So, I mean, he really did know how to work the system, and I think that's how he was able to slip through unnoticed about what his issues were. I mean, This is a person, he applied for a green card 4 times and was denied each time.
Yeah, and I know it must feel like betrayal for families there. And he's pleaded guilty, by the way. Does it help his case that he has pleaded guilty and owned up to it?
Yes. In the federal system, there's they go by a point system for how they're going to sentence individuals, and if you accept responsibility, those are positive points that can lower your sentence. So the fact that he pled guilty is very good for him.
I know that his lawyers say that his imminent deportation is sentencing enough, and this new unsealed memorandum says that Roberts came to the U.S. because his life was at risk in his home country, in Guyana. Do you believe that that will influence the judge at all in making this decision?
I think it might have some bit of an influence, but keep in mind that for 20 years, there's so many, he could have kept reapplying. He could have kept doing things to say that he needed asylum in our country. I never saw, obviously, the applications for the green card, but to apply 4 times and get denied 4 times, there's really an element that he knew what he was doing and was really, again, working the system because he wasn't going to be able to get a green card and wasn't a United States citizen.
Well, we're going to monitor this sentencing hearing closely today, and we'll keep everybody posted with the results, what the verdict looks like. Stephen Vinnick, thank you so much for your time, sir. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, Marky. You too. Nice to see you.
Absolutely, of course. Okay.